Everybody's falling in behind the national colours tonight. Luis Figo, obviously, and I do believe that's Eusebio, also in the Stadium of Light to support the team he once graced against Bosnia-Herzegovina. It's our third live game. No more need be said. Look at the scene in the Stadium of Light to underline what it means. Are they feeling a bit sorry for themselves, Portugal, that they're actually in this position, do you feel?
No, I think by now will be a certain sense of relief, Paul. They had a struggle in the earlier part of the group, losing to Denmark 3-2 early on. Then it was followed up by 3-0 all draws, including one with Albania, both home and away to Sweden. But it was a difficult enough group. They had to get past Hungary and Sweden. Although Denmark finished first, they wouldn't have been expected to. But I'd say it's relief at the moment. They'd really be fancying their chances now against Bosnia, who wouldn't be a very highly rated team. Although again, Bosnia came through a very difficult group with Turkey and Belgium behind them. Spain beat them. Spain hammered them in the last game of the group with their second team. Spain were 5 up. But they play a style of game under Blažević that's almost reckless now in world football. It's all-out attack and take your chances on the defending.
Well, here's hoping for any neutral that they do put it up to them tonight. Obviously, one or two stellar names missing for Portugal. Will that be a factor? Will Downing will explain as our commentator.
As well, for a long time, it looked as if Portugal wouldn't get this far, standing for the anthems on playoff week at the Estadio de Luz. It will be Bosnia we'll hear from first. The spotlight is normally on Cristiano Ronaldo. Tonight, he's in the shadows. A poor start to Portugal's campaign, yielding just 6 points from their first 5 games. But what a recovery, grabbing second in their group by going goals mad on the final night against Malta. As for Bosnia, denied by a single goal from qualifying for Euro 2004, they will consider themselves hard done by, like the rest of the non-seeds, but there is a glimmer for them. Martin Atkinson, Premier League regular. Tonight's referee, assisted by Peter Kirkup and Philip Sharp. The fourth official is Andre Mariner. There's Portugal without Cristiano Ronaldo and Basingwa. Pepe only getting back in the swing of regular football after missing the end of last season and the start of this due to a massive 10-game ban in Spain. Somehow, Portugal's leading scorer in the campaign with 4. Manchester United's Nani has netted 3. Safet Nadarevic. A massive night, a massive week for Bosnian football. After the breakup of Yugoslavia, they've never qualified for a major championship. Samao and Emir Spahic are our captains tonight. Samao's won the toss. Is that an omen? Pepe, who got hit with that 10-game ban in Spain, but still played on in Europe. Carlos Queiroz, who's never led Portugal to qualification for a major championship before. 2 failures against his name for the Europeans in '92 and the '94 World Cup. The leading scorer in qualification has been Edin Dzeko for Bosnia, the man whose goals helped propel Wolfsburg to their first Bundesliga title in Germany. He's netted 9 in Bosnia's 10 qualifying matches today. But there will be no more added in home qualification matches for Cristiano Ronaldo. Everything should be in Portugal's favour going into this playoff, but they're without 2 talismen, without the biggest name of all. A great chance for Bosnia to take advantage, having been so cruelly denied a couple of Euros ago. Putting early pressure on Eduardo, who only made his debut for Portugal back in February against Finland. And none of the other goalkeepers in the squad have ever played international football. Chelsea's Hilario, or Rui Patricio of Sporting Lisbon. And for years it seemed as if there was a conveyor belt of great Portuguese goalkeepers. Certainly has been in terms of playmakers. Men we've seen in the stands pre-kick-off. Controlled by Emir Spahic of Montpellier, the Bosnian captain. Aimed for Vedad Ibišević. Helped Hoffenheim to great things for the first half of the Bundesliga season last campaign, and then they utterly collapsed. But the early pressure is Portugal's, and Simão of Atletico has won the possession and a chance. Bruno Alves, part of that Porto side that's dominated domestically, 4 league titles in a row, and looking good this. Dzeko. Expect to see a lot of him this evening, as we have done the last 15 months or so. It is the stuff of dreams, what he's done. AC Milan sniffing around it, as they are indeed. Nani following his latest row at Manchester United. Lining out tonight, but the question about him is how many more games will he play for Manchester United if he can't patch things up. Sanel Jahic of Athens, cut late by Liedson of Sporting Lisbon. 73-year-old manager, septuagenarian for Bosnia, and the achievements of Miroslav Blažević been extraordinary. He was the man in charge of the great Croatian side of the mid-90s, but his men of today have got a big task. Nani coming through, and Spahic timing the challenge to perfection. So good when he gets on the run with clear space in front of it. Duda of Malaga with the throw, and he'll have another. Put out by Samir Miritavovic of Sturm Graz. Put 1-2 with Samao. Out by Ibricic of Hajduk Split. None of the Bosnian squad play within their home league. Romarelis, who certainly does from a Portuguese point of view. Didn't have too much time to think about it, but a good strike. Cleanly hit, didn't hit anyone along the way. Six years at Old Trafford for Queiroz, but back in charge of Portugal for the second time, seeking better than his first spell in charge. Simao, easy pickings for Kenan Hasidic. Sedan Saliovic of Hoffenheim, clubmate of Ibisevic. Nani with the appeal, but it is a blue ball. Misimovic, also German-based, and the back heels are always great when they come off. That one was anything but for the side who scored more goals than any other second placer in these World Cup qualifiers. 25 in the 10 games, with Dzeko getting 9. Pepe forward, and Samao in the chase again, and would have done well to keep it in. There's a high foot up on Seniyad Ibricic by Romarelis. No massive contact, but dangerous play. Whistled up by Martin Atkinson. Ibricic, and it dropped down finally for Misimovic, who, like Dzeko, has been well in the goals run for both Wolfsburg and Bosnia. Second highest score in their campaign. And a slight snapshot of how dangerous he is. Nani, great break down the right-hand side, and the cross not too bad either. Just found himself unbalanced ultimately. Got the cross in, but splayed away and behind this awesome arena in North Lisbon, built on the site of the original Stadium of Light, which got knocked down at a Euro 2004. Remarkable old stadium that it was. And they just went and built another one. Controlled by Simao. Nani. Not for the first time. Nani wins a free kick blown by Martin Atkinson. Challenged by Saliovic, who left the foot in, and major contact and job done. Pepe's come up from the back for Dzeko's free kick. He's got the penetration. Couldn't quite cleanly get the head. Looked good from a certain angle, but just out by Leidsen. Super free kick by Decker. Head on is Carvalho, battled and beat Jahic. Leidsen. He's got a terrific record in his 4 internationals today. A lot of people in the oilskins thought it was in, but in reality not. Sahilovic has beaten Nani fairly this time. Won by Misimovic. This is Saliovic. No one there. Duda will get the touch. He was the last man. He could have let it go. Wanted to make sure. You know where he would want to be right now. So Misimovic of Wolfsburg with the outswinger, and it was a good one too. Just off target by Ibricic. The only man who stays relatively locally to Bosnia. Got the good header, he was up ahead of Duda. That'll be a concern for Eduardo. Pepe. Too far for Samao. Good control by Zeko, who, as is his wont, will come deep when necessary. Sahilovic with the long cross. Didn't find Ibricic, was well cut out. Long by Raul Morales again. But no control from Nani this time. No opportunity to explode down that right flank. Great combination between the two. Control just let Nani down, but a ball of magnificent quality by Raul Morales. Nani's looking to break down that right inside again, but wasn't seen soon enough. Paulo Ferreira of Chelsea. Deco. Carvalho completing the Stamford Bridge trio. Duda. He's won the free kick of Senijad Ibricic. Playing very deep is Dzeko. Paulo Ferreira's throw. Here's a meeting of a wonderful Portuguese defence against a prolific Bosnian attack. 25 goals in the 10 games, while Portugal only conceded 5. Here goes Ibišević. It's a good break, but not a finish to match that. And Bruno Alves as well, but the Porto man just about did a good job to cut down the angle in the end. Out by Hasičić. Ibricic of Hajduk Split. Now Ibišević. He's continued the run. Dzeko. He'll try it from all angles, and more often than not, they go in. leading scorer in the campaign, and beaten only by his clubmate Grafite in the Bundesliga scoring charts last season. And that's major bother. First yellow of the game will go against Deco. Blatant pull. Dragged back Rahimic when he looked set fair to be going through. And it may just have been on the halfway line, but it was very close to being the last man. Jahic down, belated free kick. Portugal are showing their teeth. Ibricic, centred superbly for Ibišević, but crowded out. And Duda's down. Just followed by a roller 5. And that's one apiece in the card charts. Well, didn't get the ball. And then 1, 2, at least 3 rolls from Duda. It's winning in the air. Bosnia have been massively impressive in how they've gone through their qualifying campaign. They could never live with Spain. Played 10, won 10. But the Bosnian record none too shabby. Beat Armenia, Belgium and Estonia home and away. Estonia at home 7-0 in their opening match to go top in the opening night. Goals bracket somewhat skewed by being hammered 5-2 in their final game of qualifying, when second place had been assured in what was very much a dead rubber. Well, Morelos, Duda, Morelos again, Paulo Ferreira and Nani. Chance to get the cross in, and it's a good one. Baited everybody in the end, headed up by Rahimic. Still alive, and he's managed to pick the pocket. And Eduardo was just slightly too calm in dealing with the back pass, but they survived, and Deco's hit a lovely one long to Nani. Couple to aim for in the middle. But a cross not of the quality that was required. It was Portugal's last 5 games and their form this year, which has got them to this night. The future of Nani is very much in the balance. His former club assistant manager now in charge nationally. The greats always come out for the great occasions. Radojevic, back by Misimovic. Spahic, and now Seniyad Ibricic. Passing's been of good quality. They've taken their time, Bosnia. They may be like all the non-seeds, be considered outsiders, and in the case of this, playoff rank outsiders, but they've taken it to Portugal when necessary. Simao. Now Decker on the move. Options right and left. Nani's just switched in front of him. He's made the move. Simao. Nani couldn't keep on his feet. And the reaction of Sedan Saliovic is pretty much the same as referee Martin Atkinson. Get up. Maybe, just maybe, a non-Premier League referee might just have done it. Might just have given the penalty. This is not really the season to go down. Especially if you're a known name in England. Duda. Carvalho. Was with Jose Mourinho with his final match in charge of Porto and his first in charge of Chelsea. Duda, great running. And Spahic a bit casual. But Duda with a good break. He's only ever scored once internationally before. Nani just looked to be already falling, wasn't it? Just off balance. Challenged by Ibricic to put it out for the corner. Good work by Duda again. Man who's only ever scored one international goal against the Faroe Islands. With apologies to their manager. Deco wants someone to come closer for this corner. Swung in with some danger and headed away by Rahimic when necessary. Bruno Alves of Porto. Nani. Good one chipped in and chipped up looking for Pepe. Liedson. They're queuing up, but still can't finish. Alves has stayed forward on that right-hand wing. Bit of pain for him also. Pepe did so well to rise up. Scores a lot more goals than you think. Final effort by Bruno Alves, just clipped as he was taking the shot. Came down awkwardly also. Scored a vital winning goal against Albania. And that was the goal that you could argue ultimately got them into this playoff, albeit back in June. So had that turned out to be a draw, they'd have finished a point behind Sweden instead of ahead. Treatment for captain Emir Spahic. And this is why, just caught by the trailing arm of Liedson. Doesn't look sufficiently entertained so far, Cristiano Ronaldo. Did get a big victory during the week though, having sued a newspaper who insinuated he was out having a long night on the tiles. Simao with the long dive at Hasidic, who was very well tested. Flag justifiably stayed down. Brave Bosnian goalkeeping. The reason Ronaldo won that settlement, by the way, was that he is teetotal. The allegation was that he was being a naughty boy in that regard. It's Carvalho. It's only one result Ronaldo and his compatriots are interested in this evening, and they're having tough work in breaking Bosnia down. Last touch was that of Ibricic. Lidson's been out of sorts. Not had a chance to influence the game terribly much thus far. Bruno Alves recovered from the knock of a few moments ago. And Pepe. Not enough work done in keeping it in. Pass by Duda was too strong. And somehow couldn't keep it in play. Well, not only was Blažević in charge of Croatia when they reached the semi-finals of the World Cup in '98 and the Euro '96 quarter-finals when we first saw what they could do, he was also in charge of Iran for the World Cup playoffs at the end of 2001 against Ireland. Clip on Deco resulting in the swift free kick. Duda whipping in. And Deco with a chance for revenge, and it's a great one in for Lietzen. It's a free kick given against Rahimic. Bosnia will protest, not very vociferously. Just a slight knock to the side of Lietzen and he went down. Martin Atkinson justifying his decision by saying it was a chop from the side. Bruno Alves, meanwhile, is still getting treatment from that effort he had a few minutes ago. Fourth official is Andre Mariner in the sideline. It's Simao and Deco looking to line up to test Hasidic. And it is the captain, and it's off the wall, which did its job. Much better scoring record for Portugal than Deco. Only ever scored 5 times for Portugal. As the Chelsea powerhouse. Well floated. Free kick it was. But the wall didn't break up as so many do. Now they've got this Deco corner to deal with, and it's been so well dealt with by Rahimic. Deco again to try and create, but no support, no possession. Won back by Simao, and Deco, and Simao, and Deco. Not this time. Proven very whistle-happy tonight, Martin Atkinson. He's not really let the game flow, I think. He's had extra words with Rahimic, not for the first time this evening either. His challenge on Simao went over the leg, and a free kick it is again. Is it too far for Deco? He has options at the edge of the area. He couldn't find any of them. Headed away by Sanel Jahic of AEK Athens. Bosnia's best have spread to the 4 corners of Europe. Many playing in the Bundesliga. Some in Greece, some in Austria. Elbir Rahimic lining out in the colours of CSKA Moscow. Back by Spahic of Montpellier. He's taken a massive risk, Hasidic. It's the sort of goalkeeping which leads to managerial coronaries, but he did survive, did get away with it. After unspeakable hesitation. Again, it's Nani. Wonderful to watch when he's in full flight. So often overshadowed internationally and previously at club level by Cristiano Ronaldo, but with the chance to blossom tonight and show his ability and his speed. Not a bad goal-scoring record either. Not a bad CV for someone who's still only 22 until next week. It's his 23rd birthday on the eve of the second leg. Ibricic. Saw Deco in front and decided against. Rahimic timed it so well to deny Raul Morales. Little has been seen of Dzeko, not a lot of ball finding him so far. Jahic. And Ibricic again, of whom we have seen a lot. Well, the last tournament Portugal missed out on was the 1998 World Cup. For a long time, actually, their qualification record has been very poor. Only previously made it to 4 World Cups, 5 European Championships. And yet they've contributed so much to world football. Dzeko's first contribution in a while is to give away a rather blatant free kick. Bosnia have only ever had interest in international championships before as part of Yugoslavia. As an independent nation, they've not made it yet. Lovely layoff by Leidsen, but not a finish to match. Easy pickings for Hasegic. It's well laid on for Paulo Ferreira. Not even convinced he was going in. Just slipped as he was striking. Whistle's gone against Dzeko again. Raul Morales let fly, and it was a good one. Now they're testing Kenan Hasegic. And how? Good firm effort. And the Bosnian keeper is never usually faced with this in Turkish club football. Well, he is tonight. Well, he had the 3rd best defensive record in the group as well. Massively under the cosh. Up was Bruno Alves again. It'll drop to Deco. Very neatly cut out by Samir Muratovic of Sturm Graz. But Deco's on the charge again. And he's Nani to his right. Found indirectly. Great cross whipped in, and it's Bruno Alves who puts Portugal ahead right on the half hour. And you have to say it has been coming. About time too. He's been coming forward more and more during this game, Bruno Alves, at the back post, screaming for it. Everybody missed it bar him. Simple header. Nobody picked him up at the back post. Player nearest to him was Ibricic, who completely lost it. And for the 5th time, Bruno Alves scores for Portugal. And the man whose goal against Albania in the last minute, you could argue, put them into this playoff, has put them ahead in this playoff. Time for Bosnia's response. The header too far beyond Ibišević. It was Dzeko's touch. A lot to chew on now. Miroslav Blažević took charge of an international team for the first time 33 years ago at the age of 40. That's considerable success at all levels. Major success to get Bosnia this far. The story doesn't end for them just yet. They will with defending like that. Duda. On by Pepe. Trying to complete the 1-2. Leidsen lurking also just on the edge of the area, but cut out well, and Sahivic is on the way. Good release. Superb challenge by Ricardo Carvalho. Hasn't been Edin Dzeko's night so far. Dzeko with the layoff, Ivasevic waiting, and he's got the chance now on the turn. Gilt edge doesn't describe it. Snatched at it. So many red shirts around, it's a miracle it found him, but find him it did. Could argue he panicked. Might have had another split second to control and pick a better shot. And a rueful smile. Nani has Deco and Raul Morales in support. Went backwards for Deco. Crossed by Ricardo Carvalho. They can now have a little extra patience, having got the opening goal. Given away though by Deco for Jahic. Misimovic did superbly. Dzeko couldn't follow, and this is his near namesake as Portugal look to move it again. Raul Morales. Advanced position for Carvalho. Samao and Leidsen. Deco, good swift ball, too far for Samao. But they're in the groove now. They know when to turn it on. The cross from Nani, the header by Paulo Alves, and that's the moment that's given them a little bit of comfort. Got the crowd off their backs a little. Nani, deep, and on the run. Omir Spahic has proven to be an inspired choice as Bosnian captain. Well spotted. But Nani's foot had gone in. So a touch to Muratovic, who's spread forward, but it's on by Samao again and denied by the whistle, and it's a yellow card. Second of the game for Bosnia against Samir Muratovic. Might just Martin Atkinson have allowed play to continue. They had possession, Portugal. But the decision to blow it up, primarily to show the card to the Austrian-based central midfielder. Again, Samao. Across Madrid to Pepe. Duda. Samao did his best to keep it in, but off balance at the expense of conceding possession. Through ball, not bad. Dzeko trying to find Misimovic, who broken forward, the two Wolfsburg men. Eduardo there. Man who, out of literally nowhere, has established himself as Portugal's regular number one. Sanel Jahic. Looking for Dzeko, seemed to be held back. Good strike. Twice on the go, Eduardo denying first of all. Saliovic really testing. Over the head of Dzeko. Good first time strike by the Hoffenheim man, and the second just rolled across. Worthy effort, he got himself back into position quickly. Late challenge by Pepe, just about did enough to put him off, but a good effort. Misimovic with the corner. Too far for Spahic to do much with it. And back long by Elvir Rahimic. The Edsons come deep, but it's at the expense of a free kick. The naturalised Brazilian, having had 6 seasons at Sporting Lisbon, enough to make him Portuguese, and in his 4 games previous tonight, scoring twice against Denmark and Hungary, and vital goals in vital qualifiers. Not had a chance to exert himself terribly much and impose himself. Edin Dzeko. The man who in Wolfsburg's green has propelled himself as one of Europe's top club strikers. He's always likely to be a colour of influence for him, being born on March 17th. Again, Rahimic, who's been a good dominant force in the Bosnian defence so far. They've needed a few like that up front though this evening. That's the only place they've fallen down really. Portuguese pressure has been heavy, but they've largely dealt with it well. Great back heel by Simão. Deco on the way. Nateson waiting in the middle. Nani there also. Chance to cross. Raul Morelos alongside. Nani's decided to go himself. And Spahic has no problem in coming away with it. Ibricic. Nicely done by Dzeko. And he's on the march and the chance to cross. Good cutout by the adopted Londoner. Again by Muratovic, who's had a good partnership with Rahimic in the centre. Good cutout by Pepe. Aware and following all the way. A few words from Atkinson for the challenge by number 6 on the honour. Dzeko's second best. Carvalho dug in well. Bosnia responding well. They've taken it quickly too with Misimovic. Dzeko re-arriving in the centre. Back heel was good for Sahilovic. Corner it is. And the front man leads and belying his regular position with a superb challenge to force the corner on Sejad Saliovic. Dzeko's not had a lot to shout about so far. He might now. It's headed off the crossbar. They've just about survived Portugal. I think it was Ibricic, their best chance of the game. And it was the man from Split who almost split the crossbar. Great header. Deserving of more. Header of some power. Well, it's pretty much the biggest game in Bosnia's history. It's Salijevic to place it down. Salijevic and Misimovic over it. Salijevic it is. And Eduardo unhappy with the wall. Samau's challenge pretty clear on Muratovic. Wall broke up. It's always rising the strike. But for Carlos Queiroz, not necessarily straightforward despite the 1-0 lead. Met by the head of Nadarovic. Chance for Ibricic to mop up after that stunning effort of seconds ago. Muratovic. Rahamic to try and spread, and he has. Ibišević giving away the free kick this time. Well, Yates hasn't had too many opportunities in front of goal, but when he's gone deep, he has impressed massively. Bruno Alves, whose goal divides the sides of the Estadio de Luz. A valuable fifth goal for his country. It's only his second goal of the campaign, and he has arguably got the two most important. Nani could add to that, though. Great skill, evading Spahic. Ultimately, it is a Bosnian throw. Looking to tear off the shackles. Couldn't keep that one in play. Hasujic has hesitated with some of the back passes in the first half, but dealt with that one properly. Ibricic long. They've had frustration in trying to feed Dzeko so far this evening, Bosnia. Salijevic, good control. Good find for Ibišević, who couldn't follow it up with something of the same, but he's managed to whip it past Duda and Pepe. No obvious call between he and Eduardo, and he's having words with Bruno Alves too. Looked dead set for a goalkeeper's ball, a simple claim. Pepe dived in, and a corner it is for Bosnia. How valuable would that be to give away? It's Misimovic with it. This time properly dealt with. Nadarovic. Again, they've gotten each other's way, but the half-time whistle will help them. And it's the header at the back post from Bruno Alves of Porto on Lisbon soil that has Portugal ahead at this magnificent Colosseum of football. Half-time in the World Cup playoff first leg. It is Portugal 1. Bosnia-Herzegovina 0.
That's what it means to score for your country in a World Cup playoff. The manager must be the most relieved man of all right now, though. Still, a long way to go.
This Sunday on Setanta Sports, our coverage of the 2010 World Cup playoffs continues with Costa Rica versus Uruguay. This Sunday, live and exclusive on Setanta Sports.
Sutton and Larson proved to be a deadly partnership for Celtic.
Henry Larson, off Gibby.
They scored 136 goals in 93 league games together.
Johnson, Henry Larson, chance for number 5. Sutton is there, so is Larson! That'll do for starters! Here is Lambert! And they're waiting, and it's a hat-trick for Henry! Great run by Larson! He's done it again! Glorious goal by Larson! Again, the second is better.
On Setanta Sports, enjoy live and exclusive Test match rugby as England take on New Zealand in the Investec Challenge. With more than 100 years of competitive internationals, the All Blacks lead with 25 wins to 6. Watch the 33rd meeting of two of the greatest rugby nations in the world. England versus the All Blacks, November 22nd, live and exclusive on Setanta Sports.
Setanta Sports, your passport to the best in European football next weekend. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich v Bayer Leverkusen, Hamburg v Bochum, Ligue 1, Marseille v PSG, Auxerre v Monaco and Montpellier v Lille. And in Serie A, Napoli v Lazio and Sampdoria v Chievo. Live European football next weekend on Setanta Sports. Next Sunday, it's Showtime Kickboxing with the World 77 Max Championship. It's Showtime Kickboxing next Sunday on Setanta Sports. Scottish Premier League next weekend live on Setanta Sports.
Here it is, it's beautifully struck by McCullum. Again, he's swiveling and scoring. Finnegan for Fulton. Aluko. Oh, that's a wonderful goal. McDonald. It gets better and better for Celtic.
SPL next weekend live on Setanta Sports.
Chelsea Wolves in the Premier League when the chase resumes on Saturday at 2:30 on Setanta, Ireland next week. Manchester United feature plenty in the run-up to Christmas. It's Portsmouth against United on November the 28th, live and exclusive again on Setanta, Ireland that day. On Setanta Sports 1 on December the 5th, United are at West Ham. Also in December, there's Spurs Wolves on the 12th on Setanta, Ireland. Fulham against Manchester United on the 19th on Setanta Sports 1. Manchester City will meet Stoke City in our live game on St Stephen's Day. And our first scheduled lineup confirmed now in January, including Arsenal against Everton on the afternoon of Saturday, January the 9th. Portugal in front. Do they deserve to be in front?
I think so, Paul, but it's been a smashing game. It's a game I expected it. I expected to see a lot of attacking. Portugal have dominated. They played in the typical fashion of offensive attacking play, but we've also seen that Bosnia are prepared to throw players forward at any opportunity. Portugal, the lead goal, it took a while to come. But they deserved it overall in their play in the first half because they have taken the game. It came in strange circumstances. Ball lost, possession lost easy by Salihovic there. But picked up Deco and Nani linking up very well. Deco driving on towards the box. Breaks for Nani, but very poor defending at the far post here. But you wonder, how did Bruno Alves get up from the centre-back position? But you look at number 7.
Well, nobody stopped him from going up, Brian.
Well,
he just kept going.
Yeah, but he's plenty to do at his own end. There's plenty done. But Ibricic here at the far post leaves him badly. It's like a forward defending in the right back position. He just allows him to run around behind him, and a simple header into the goal. Poor goal. In Bosnia's terms defensively, but I felt Portugal deserved it on the
balance of chances.
Yeah, and there was a little chance here for Nani. Wouldn't be the best in the air. Good movement though here. He had a bit to do to get around, and just into the side net. And Deco, we're starting to see a little bit more of him as the game goes on. Probing, looking to thread balls through, and here he plays a lovely little ball inside with Pepe linking up with Leedson, goes to ground. I didn't think that was a penalty for what it was worth. Morales up in the box here. Leedson again sets it up. Deco scuffs the shot a bit, but unusually for Bosnia-Herzegovina, they've lots of players back behind the ball, but they're still not affecting it, not pressurising. Amiela is allowed to shoot there, no real pressure on him, and depending on the goalkeeper to make the save. Hazic makes a good save.
Nonetheless, it is only 1-0, and Bosnia have had their moments as well.
And they will always have their moments, Paul, because that's the way Blažević teams play. They have a go, and here we see the forward players, Zeko and Ibisevic, quite capable here. I would expect Ibisevic to do better here. He sees 4 players in the box against him, makes the time in the run very well. Alves jumps ahead of the ball and really could have done a bit better. His first touch wasn't great. The second touch puts it over the bar. And here Salihovic gets in at the far post. Great strike and a good save by Eduardo. And the follow-up blocked away. Plenty of Portuguese defenders around to get the block. Here Ibricic nearly makes up for his poor defending with a marvellous header. Defending poor enough in the Portuguese end off the crossbar. So the game is still wide open. Bosnia-Herzegovina will continue to have a go, and even if they're 2-0 down, they'll chase goals. They're capable of scoring goals at home, and this tie isn't over by any means.
And will Bosnia-Herzegovina be happy enough to go about it in the same way in the second half?
Well, that's been their approach right through this group. They came through a very difficult group, and when they had to win games, they generally did it. They had the job done before they played Spain the last match and lost heavily at home. But as a home team, they are a very, very difficult side to deal with, and Blažević has done a great job to unite this team from diverse backgrounds.
A strong showing today already, not just from Bosnia-Herzegovina, but from Slovenia earlier. And they have their hopes as well right now.
Thursday 19th, our coverage of the 2010 World Cup playoffs continues with the second leg of France versus Republic of Ireland, live from Stade de France. France versus Republic of Ireland, Thursday 19th, live and exclusive on Setanta Sport.
Shinsuke Nakamura signed for Celtic in 2005. The Japanese star became a fan's favourite, winning their hearts with the help of his deadly free kicks.
instincts and angles and ratios, lining up the pieces symmetric. Even when he starts, he already knows how it'll end and how he'll make it. Creativity flows from his mind to the page, from the page to his mind. 10,000 drawings haven't changed in one bit. He still loves geometrical lines.
It was with one of these deadly free kicks against Kilmarnock in April 2007 that sealed the title for Celtic. And he walked away with another trophy of his own that day, SPFA Player of the Year 2007.
Setanta Sports, your passport to the best in European football next weekend. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich v Bayer Leverkusen, Hamburg v Bochum. League One, Marseille v PSG, Auxerre v Monaco and Montpellier v Lille. And in Serie A, Napoli v Lazio and Sampdoria v Chievo. Live European football next weekend on Setanta Sports.
A cup of tea, full English, page 3. The cryptic, milkman, postman, the Queen's head, man's best friend, a walk in the park, the latest trend. That Sunday roast, visiting your nan, 2 up, 2 down, this is my land. The Black Horse, game of darts, double top, just the job. Last orders, closing time, doner kebab, taxi, butcher, baker, cheesemaker, bank holidays, bucket and spade, rain, rain, rain. Village Green and Pleasant Land. Britannia rules the waves with pride, spirit, passion. Cry God for the Queen, England and St George.
This is England. This is the FA Cup. This is part of what we are.
Next Sunday, it's Showtime Kickboxing with the World 77 Max Championship. It's Showtime Kickboxing next Sunday on Setanta Sports. Barca TV on Setanta Sports. Enjoy coverage of La Liga, Champions League and Copa del Rey encounters, plus news and features from inside the Camp Nou. Barca TV exclusively on Setanta Sports. Scottish Premier League next weekend live on Setanta Sports.
Here it is, it's it! Beautifully struck by McCullum. Again, he's swiveling and scoring. Finnegan for Walter. Aluko. Oh, that's a wonderful goal. McDonald. It gets better and better for Celtic.
SPL next weekend live on Setanta Sports.
Portugal are one to the good in Lisbon, Brian. In this second half against Bosnia-Herzegovina, how important for Carlos Queiroz to get his side to continue to go forward looking for a second or a third?
I don't think there's any chance that Portugal won't continue to play the way that they have been playing. It's kind of tradition and it's the culture of the Portuguese team. They play in the same style. They don't have many big, strong physical players around the pitch. They have a few at the back, okay, but they play all this football with Samoa and Nani, Leeds, and none of them particularly big players, Deco, and they like to pass it around and play to feet and do a bit of trickery. So I think they will continue to attack, but because they do that and they at times are a little bit loose defensively, they will give away some chances to Bosnia-Herzegovina. So I think the game will stay open. Portugal will be happy to go away with a 1-goal lead. Equally, Bosnia will probably be happy if they don't concede another goal. But I think it'll be a very interesting second half. Both teams will still play an open game.
It was instructive, was it not, to see first a full house compared to what we saw earlier today in Athens, where there seemed to be about 30,000 in a huge stadium. But the crowd seemed to have stayed with this Portugal side, and particularly the manager to this date in the campaign, at least.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be in Portugal at the European finals when they were hosts in 2004, and I thought it was an extraordinary finals, the atmosphere around the competition, but also around their own team. And even when they were eventually knocked out of the competition, the people at the game, I think it was a match with Spain I was at that they lost, the atmosphere at the end of it, there was respect of the opposition, respect of the effort of their own team, and I think they are real, true football supporters that love the game played in the right way. So I think they'd be happy enough that they're ahead at the moment, but they will be urging their team on to get what may be the clinching goals, knowing that there's a difficult tie ahead in Bosnia.
Yeah, and from Bosnia's point of view here, Brian, if you're saying that 1-0 might be a respectable result for them going into the second leg, what's their best chance of getting at least that, in terms of how they're going to do the job second half?
I think they will continue to attack at every opportunity. They have these front players, Ibisevic and Zeko, are used to scoring goals. At an international level, they've been a threat. In this group, they've been excellent. So I don't think they will sit back and try and settle on the 1-0. I think they will continue to pour forward at every opportunity and try and achieve a draw or possibly a win tonight. I think that's the nature of their style of play under Blažević.
Many thanks, Brian. Will Downing.
A fruitful 45 minutes so far for Portugal in a packed Estadio de Luz. It's working out well so far for Carlos Queiroz, but it took time, half an hour, for Bruno Alves to divide the proceedings. Was a goal that rocked Bosnia. 45 minutes of the same would do for Portugal. But Bosnia-Herzegovina still firmly in touch, never having qualified for a major tournament previously. 3 World Cup qualifying campaigns, 3 European qualifying campaigns. Never previously reached a playoff. Have been denied previously once though on goal difference for the tournament hosted in Portugal 5 years ago. First touch of the second half for Sanel Jahic, and again it's too high for Dzeko, who's been very well looked after by Bruno Alves, and Dzeko might just have done a bit of looking after Alves himself just there, who's been left holding his face, but nothing terribly serious, I doubt. Now Pepe, despite being with Real Madrid for quite a while, has only lifted La Liga once. Alves recovered again. Deco denied by the whistle. By Jahic in search of Dzeko again, but they'd 4 men surrounding him and the ball. Pepe's given away the free kick though, and there may be a Bosnian opening here. Muratovic had his eyes on the ball, Pepe maybe had his eyes elsewhere. Well, to the heavens afterwards. Ibisevic floating around the edge of the area. Misimovic is over it, and it's a good chip up, and it's met by Pepe, whose original indiscretion caused the free kick in the first place. Bruno Alves helping on. Touched on by Deco. And Rahamic, having had a couple of rambunctious challenges in the first half, is yellow carded for handball early in the second. on by Jahic, who's really getting stuck in since the restart. A bit short by Rahimic, but enough. Spahic back to Hazigic. Jahic again has won the throw, blocked by Samau. Showed promise right from the start, but it helped Portugal to the European under-16s back in 1996. Just at a time when they'd only just qualified for the first tournament in 10 years. Never failed to get out of the group stages once they've reached the European finals. Their biggest problem has been getting there. And they've an even worse record of getting to World Cups. Edson the offender, Nadarovic the offended. Quite a few referees might have allowed play on after that. Back heel by Ibisevic. Conjured the throw. Zalihovic with it. Misimovic with it, not very long. Paulo Ferreira for Raul Morelos on the run now. Now, Deca. Duda. They've worked well on both wings, Duda and Nani, for the 50 minutes so far. Pepe shored things up in defence. He always does. Receiving back from Raul Morelos. Good ball. Nani. Nutmeg. Sahilovic and went over the leg again. Had the pace. Could have swiveled past him, couldn't he? A lot these days choose not to. Free kick it is. Paulo Ferreira over it. Hazigic with concern. Deco there, Samau there. Duda stayed up also. Found the wall. Rahimic got the touch away. And a very deep Dzeko facing Duda. That was his first crack at a free kick as well. Will not be terribly many more. Not by Pepe. Another naturalised Brazilian. Deco. On for Edson, whose background very similar to Pepe's, Brazilian-born. Spent a lot of time in Portugal and declared. Fascinating the amount of Brazilian players who pop up at different clubs around Europe and the world and who never get near the national team. Raul Morelos. Touched on by Bruno Alves. The passes being strung together again by Portugal. On by Samau. Even when they lose it, they still manage to get it back. Time for the captain, Spahic again. And Salihovic. Won by Muratovic. Partizan hosts unhappy with how Bosnia have been given the opportunity to string so many passes together, but it ended in naught. On by Ricardo Carvalho for Nani. Deco looked up, saw blue shirt and presumably got confused. Salihovic. Frustrating night for Edin Dzeko. I know players do tend to get built up, but you don't become the second highest scorer in the Bundesliga. Highest scorer in qualification without being a decent striker, but there's been not much evidence of it so far in the 55 minutes or so we've had. Up by Paulo Ferreira. Touched on by Nani, but not successfully. And Pepe will find Eduardo again. A one-club man with Braga. In that unique stadium. Well, one back by Senijad Ibricic, who's had the best chance of the game for Bosnia so far. That thumping header that hit the bar in the stroke of half-time. Dare say manager Miroslav Blažević will be content with how they've played, and they've had a good year. 6 games, just 1 defeat, 4 wins and a draw. Portugal, who looked as if they were going to exit 2008 on a disastrous footing, have been unbeaten this year. In 10 games, they've only conceded 2 goals. Ibricic for Ibišević, managed to ping a cross of sorts in, but easy for Eduardo, who's helped a lot with that. Tight defending record, 8 clean sheets in his 9 internationals so far. One by Jahic, long and poor. Deco in space, marauding, keeping his balance. Leidsen, should have been 2. All Deco's hard work, beautifully picked out Leidsen, and you'd have thought a man of his quality and ability should have done much, much better. Unbalanced right to the death, and that has saved Bosnia. Raul Mirage, Deco! It could have been wrapped up in a minute. Line it brilliantly, claiming a deflection. If it did, it would have come up Salihovic in just his chest. And they're getting closer. Leidsen one moment, Deco the next. 2 great chances. Bosnia must respond now. Misimovic forward for Dzeko. 1 touch and that's all that he would get. Simão and Deco, and there's a buzz about Portugal now. Cut out by Muratovic. If they keep this tempo up, Bosnia are going to find it difficult. And Nani's making it tougher for them. Taking on Spahic. Corner it is. Tougher for Bosnia. A to equalise. B to hold out, conceding just the one goal. He's having fun tonight, Nani. Needed the captain to do the captain's job, and Nani has elected to take it himself. Bruno Alves, the scorer, at the back post again. Nani's gone for the near. Beyond Deco. Beyond Masimovic, ultimately to resurrected by Duda. Leighton was waiting in the middle. Headed out by Saliovic. Real ping to the game. Deco. Good try. Raul Morales came from the ether. First time strike and low. Hasigic knows he's in a game now, the Bosnian keeper. You can be assured of that. Nani, Pepe, Deco. Superb Portuguese tempo. Well, they've got no reward for it yet in this second half. Maybe Nani can supply. On by Simão. Paulo Ferreira. Good ball in. No complaints that there was a bit of skullduggery in the area. And it's Ibricic for Jahic. Saliovic, ball was good. Well, the idea was the ball actually wasn't at all too far for Dzeko and Ibricic. Simão breaking down the left-hand side. Leighton waiting in the middle. Couple of turns, straight at the goalkeeper. Again, much promise, but no return. Probably took a turn too many, Simão. Had cut outside, decided to cut back inside. It was a shot, really, wasn't it? And there were those in better positions waiting and yearning. Muratovic, it's deep. Too deep. Perfect for Eduardo. One Chelsea man to another. Couldn't quite find the Manchester United man, but it's on by Simão, who'll try to strike on the return, and again couldn't keep it down. A plethora of Portuguese chances, still just the one goal. Rising from the moment it left his foot. They haven't booked their tickets to South Africa yet, but they're in a prime position to do so. Rahimic. What a break from a man whose role is essentially a stopper. Jahic. Blue ball. Rahimic again, who this time has won a free kick instead of conceding. Gotten a few tangles with Deco the past few minutes. Danger for a man already on a yellow card, and not for any of his tough tackling, but for a handball right after the restart. Picked up by Saliovic. Spahic chipping up. Might just fall perfectly for Ibisevic again, but Eduardo came out and timed it well. They have shown the ability to raise the impetus where necessary, Bosnia. Saliovic again. Evaded Pepe. Took on a man too many. Liedsen's claimed it and pulled back. One 0 is not a disaster for Bosnia. But are they happy to take that score now? Emir Spahic. Remarkable goal-scoring record of how they've spread the goals around. Not just being the highest-scoring runners-up, also the fact that only two of their outfield players in action tonight haven't scored in the campaign so far. Rahimic is one, Aderovic the other. Jahic. Carefully met by the head of Carvalho to try and spring it forward again for Raul Morales. Simao. Deco has a bit of space, but not the time. Nani has less of both. Deco and Duda. Is there a shot to come? They were feeling out the position and never took a chance. Bosnia free kick it is. Like most footballers, he's probably a terrible spectator. And Fabio Coentrão is to be introduced for his international debut. 22-year-old with Benfica, who Everton will by now know quite a bit about. To their unhappiness in the Europa League this season. Checo's come wide. Took on Pepe, couldn't beat, and then gave the free kick away for knocking over Paulo Ferreira. Has been largely sacrificed tonight, and that will often lead to frustration. So a big moment in the life of Fabio Coentrão, replacing Nani, whose club football is played in this stadium, now for the first time at the Estadio de Luz. lines out in the colours of Portugal. And well-deserved and proper acclaim for Nani too, who was ever bothersome and quite superb. His cross for the goal for this man, Bruno Alves, in the wars with Vedad Ibišević. And again Eduardo's aimed at Dzeko and Ibišević, but like a lot of the longer passes down the middle, the longer balls are largely aimless. Simao has got one aim on his mind, but too close to Hazigic. As it stands, the tie is still firmly alive, heading for Wednesday's second leg in Zenica. Pepe's foot did the damage. It's Dzeko, superbly timed by Zvezdan Misimovic of Wolfsburg. Leading scorer in the campaign behind the one and only Dzeko. 14 goals between the two. Spahic for Dzeko. Hasn't been able to finish, has tried to create. And Pepe's created some space by ploughing through Misimovic. Now he's been sent flying himself by Spahic, but it continues with Coentrao. What an arrival that would have been to international football. Pepe still displaying signs of agony. Bit of a connection, all right. Fabio Coentrao, just 2 minutes into his senior international career, embarking on a tremendous run. Well, it lit up the Stadium of Light in much the same way as Luis Figo used to so often. Surely the one disappointment in his career that he didn't get to lift the Henri Trophy at the end of Euro 2004, which was set up for a Portuguese win. And in one of the great shocks of football anywhere, let alone international football, it didn't happen. Dzeko. Good ball on by Raul Morales. Duda in an advanced position again. Morales beyond Dzeko. Pepe finding himself advanced in the centre for the first time. Coentrao took on a man too many. Spahic in a bit of bother though. Only option really was to aim for the corner. Saliovic probably would have been best advised not to try and keep it in play, just let it go up for the throw. It's almost at the expense of the corner. Coentrao and Dzeko. Too high for Simao, but he still made life a little difficult for Hazigic. But what a pace this match has been played with. Dzeko. Valio slid in and did enough. Well, most players, when in Simao's situation after having had a poor header, probably just would have let it trail through to the goalkeeper, but at least he made a second attempt. See if he could get some scraps from the table. It's on by Misimovic for Ibišević, and he's gone in with Eduardo and down. But Eduardo made sure to make it as clear to Martin Atkinson as possible that he would not be attempting any contact. And to be fair to the Bosnian, he didn't go looking for a spot kick either. Deco. Raul Morales is in support, somehow forward for Liedsen. Ibricic has had a super game. Somehow likewise, and he's not making life easy in that corner. It's the old Jack Charlton mantra, put him under pressure, and Liedsen did. Well, he's had to wait until his 30s to start his international career. But he's been a splendid acquisition. Bosnia are surviving, but for how long? Rahimic and Spahic. And by Fabio Coentrao out. If you happen to be just joining us, Bruno Alves with the only goal for Portugal, half an hour in. Great tempo to the game. Bosnia with some great chances towards the end of the first half and hit the bar through Ibricic, a firm header. But apart from that, this second half has been almost total Portuguese domination, but they've not added a second in this second half. Backed by Saliovic. This is Emir Spahic. Touched on by Ibišević. Misimovic forward. And this is Rahimic, who's found himself in the most advanced position of the night. Dzeko's become a winger. He'll have a strike though, and it's a good one. And that is his best moment of the game. In fact, it's his only moment. He created it well, and a very good try. Might just have been a bottom fingertip from Eduardo. That's why he's so good, that's why he's rated so high. That's why AC Milan were waving a cheque in front of him in the summer. He resisted the temptation. He did, however, miss the German equivalent of the Charity Shield as a result of that speculation when Wolfsburg played Werder Bremen in the Volkswagen Cup, which led to speculation that he'd walked out from the club, but he did remain. He's remained loyal to Wolfsburg, rewarding them with loads of goals and his nationality too. There's been a lot of passion in the encounter, but it's not bowled over in this manner today. Saliovic down, the challenge by Paulo Ferreira, and it really did not either party pull out. And probably a thumb up or two also for Martin Atkinson, who in the opening 20 minutes perhaps was threatening to be far more whistle-happy than an occasion like this would require. But he's let it flow well in the second half. Kind of football that Carlos Queiroz does appreciate. I think we all do. Here's our goal scorer, Bruno Alves, his 5th goal for his country. Firm header one in the air again by Saliovic. With the pace the match has been played at, maybe a surprise we've only had the one change so far. Pepe caught late by Dzeko. And on cue, the first change will be on the way. It looks like Zlatan Muslimovic, who's the third highest scorer of the campaign for Bosnia. Might mark the end of proceedings for the much vaunted Wolfsburg striker, but we shall see. Long by Spahic. Same for Misimovic. Deco getting involved again. Now Raul Morales. When they pick the ball up in midfield and start running, there's a little zing in the air as far as Portugal are concerned. And I think Portugal have just found another exciting number 7. This is Dzeko, and he's got a bit of space all of a sudden, and support to boot. It's with Ibricic, so creative throughout. Dzeko was waiting for the return, but Pepe there to beat it. Rahimic forward. Again, Dzeko was at the end of the queue, waiting to receive. He's been waiting all night. On one occasion, he tried to make things happen. It almost went oh so well. And for the first time tonight for Bosnia, time for a change. Zvezdan, Misimovic being withdrawn. And Zlatan Muslimovic being introduced for his 20th international appearance. And just like most of the international front men, not a shabby record up front. His previous 19 caps have yielded 13 goals. Eduardo, beware. Deco for Pepe. Raul Morales, good ball forward, looking for Coentrao. Claims of handball, and it's been given against the captain, Spahic. That could be costly. Atkinson saying he put his arm up deliberately to defend himself. I'm not sure he has a defence, to be honest, having used his hand to defend himself. Chipped up by Liedson. And what a place to give away a free kick. Would have hit me in the face, he says. Probably would have been right. And if it had done so, he wouldn't have given away the free kick. Thiago of Juventus has waited to come on. Duda's over this one again, and Deco and Samao. That's as big as a wall could humanly get. But will it be enough of a deterrent? Deco found the wall, Duda couldn't find Liedson. It's Bosnia's goal kick on a night in which Portugal could have had 3 or 4. It came off the man who gave away the free kick in the first place, Spahic. And Deco is being withdrawn. mixture of boos and congratulations. He's surely been their most creative. Thiago is on for his 47th international cap. Only ever scored once for his country. Saliovic knocked over by Pepe. Not helped by Raul Morelos. Chipped up by Jahic. And again, looking and lurking for Dzeko. Ibišević was second best again. Picked up by Ibričić once more. He's probably been Bosnia's best player. Jahic. Now they've got a bit of space. It came off his own man. It bounced off Ibišević. And Portugal can maybe break from this. And held up by Saliovic. Rahamic once more. Saliovic won't keep it in. But suddenly Bosnia looked as if they had extra belief. Well, they're firmly concentrating on the international scene for the time being, but there are a couple of the two big Super Clásicos in Portugal coming before Christmas. Sporting against Benfica. Benfica Porto. Bosnia are about to make their second change, incidentally. Miralem Pjanic of Lyon will be next on, presumably next time the ball goes dead, which will be round about now. He is some prospect in Bosnian football as Samir Muratovic is withdrawn. He's only 19 years old and he's already hit a dozen appearances for his country. He's very highly rated within his own borders. The fact that Lyon, who for so long dominated the French league and seeking to do so again, have splashed the cash for him, suggests they think likewise. By Jahic. On by Saliovic, who failed to keep it in. Almeida is now being introduced and somehow withdrawn with 2.5 to go. He's done his job marvellously too, the captain. Almeida on for his 22nd international appearance. He scored twice in this campaign. They have a strong bench and they're using it now. Saliovic spread forward, aimed for Ibišević, cut out by Spahic. And it's Ibričić on the march again for Bosnia. Good chip up, Dzeko hits the bar, how did he manage it? It hit the post, it's come from Jahic. Beyond belief. Portugal survived, but not even they know how. Dzeko, worth 30 million, hits the bar. Jahic, worth 10, hits the post. For Portugal, it's priceless. Never has a piece of Portuguese wood been worth so much to the nation. You'd have put your house on him to score. 60 goals in the last 18 months, but he couldn't add another in the most important and vital international match he's ever played. And yet 1-0 is still not a disaster. Salijevic, but the belief is romping up to record levels for Bosnia now. Pepe away and in space. Three times they found the woodwork, Bosnia. A plethora of chances for Portugal. 1-0 does not do any justification to this playoff at all. Coentrão has won the throw out of Jahic. And if Bosnia don't manage to reach their first World Cup finals at this attempt, I'm sure Jahic and Dzeko, for years to come, will wake up in a cold sweat. If only. Coentrão was magnificent for the first 2 minutes, and for the 22 since then, a bit more anonymous. Defensively, the job not done yet for Bosnia. It's Duda who'll take the free kick. Bruno Alves has come to the near post. Leidson is there, Carvalho's there. It's short for Morelos, queuing up. Too high for Pepe. They were all offside. It didn't matter in the end. Chipped up by Jahic, aimed for Ibisevic once more. Well, the seedings haven't left us with anybody definitively with an advantage, and Dzeko almost trying to erase Portugal's, but well met, Paulo Ferreira. This is Spahic again. Good one laid up, controlled, Ibisevic, can he turn, can he strike? Won't matter now, the whistle's denied him. One of those that even two viewings can't quite decide. A good knockdown it was, and I suppose watching live from the angle that Martin Atkinson was, you couldn't really blame him for blowing the whistle, unless you're Bosnia. Duda's throw for Coentrão. Jahic did his job well. There might just be a train of thought that would have Bosnia happier with this result than Portugal, because they're still in touch. All those Portuguese chances which went to begging earlier. Who says you can't manage in your 70s? Slid in well, did Thiago. Match which, from a neutral point of view, has been a lot of fun. I'm not sure that would quite describe the emotions of Carlos Queiroz. Lots of Portuguese domination, but just the one goal. And 3 times Bosnia would hit the woodwork. Good nod down by Hugo Almeida. There might be a second to be added. Up went Lietze. It'll drop for Thiago. And at the end of a frenetic night, Hasidic still has his wits about him. It would be the last action of a frenetic, excitable 94 minutes. But it is a Portuguese lead going into the second leg on Wednesday night in Setanta. Bruno Alves with the only goal after 30 minutes. As less likely a score as you could possibly expect to have, the Portuguese emotions say everything. It ends at the final of this first leg. Portugal 1, Bosnia-Herzegovina 0.
They've won the game, Portugal, but have they done enough to make it all the way? And maybe to save Queiroz in his job? Brian Kerr's thoughts next.
Thursday, 19th, our coverage of the